Man, oh man, welcome back to another episode. And I just want to go ahead and say, after today's episode, there's going to be a lot of people after me. There's going to be people calling me out. There's going to be people hating on me. But in reality, I'm just trying to give you guys the truth. Because in a world full of fake people, I'm here to keep it real with you. Now, if you're watching on the video, I got my little hood up. I just got done boxing a little bit. So I'm in a zone. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about creepy trainers and really just perverts in general. And I've been in the training game in Chattanooga for about 5 or 6 years now. So I've been around the block and I've seen how things work. And there's trainers out there with fake facades that just act like they're all this and all that. They're all holy or they're just so great. There's nothing they can do that's wrong. But in reality, they're just creeps. You know what? And I'm going to keep it clean and cut with you. I'm going to try not to cuss, and I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to get real with you today. Most people will hear things going on around the city about so-and-so or so-and-so did this trainer did this, and nothing comes about it. Nothing ever happens. Nothing ever changes. It's all the same thing. These people never change. They're going to be the same people from the day they were born to the day they die. They're coming for you. Now, when we talk about health and fitness, we got to talk about male trainers. Yes, I'm a male trainer. I've been in the game. I've seen how it works. But there's a certain way you approach a client that is appropriate. There's a certain way you touch a client that's appropriate. There's a certain way you shouldn't. There's a certain way you should speak to a client. There's a certain way you shouldn't. Now, I just want to start off with cheerleaders, cheerleading coaches, and gymnast coaches. Now, when it comes to male gymnast coaches and cheerleading coaches, you have to be aware, especially you parents, of how they interact with your kids. I've worked with a 19-time national gymnast. She was a gymnast for 20 years, an amazing gymnast, a superb athlete. And the entire time she was training in her gymnast gym, there was stuff going on behind the scenes that nobody knew about. And because she was a little girl, and because you don't know this stuff. You don't know if your trainer is abusing you, either physically, verbally, or whatever it may be. They can be abusing you, and you don't know. You think that's just how it works. If professional athletes, gymnasts, I think professional gymnasts, it was a while back, if they were actually sexually abusing their gymnast for 20, I don't even know how many years, 20 years, like physically, giving them inspections, checking them out. And it took them that long just for anyone to come out because they think it's normal. They were physically, I don't want to talk about this, but they were physically inserting themselves in these gymnasts, and these women took forever to come out. And I understand that that's a touchy subject, and that's something that shouldn't be spoken or spoke lightly on, or however you say that word. But this is real, people, and this stuff is going on every day. It may not be to that extent, but people are creeps. The male species, they're creeps. All right? So with that being said, parents, if your coach, your cheerleading coach or your gymnast coach is a little bit too touchy-feely with your daughter or whoever they're training, you probably want to be aware of that. There's some coaches that are great, absolutely fantastic. I know of a bunch. But there are some who are not. I wouldn't let them come 20 feet within my kid. I don't have a kid, but that's the truth. Within my sister or anything like that, they would not touch them. You'll see them post some pictures on the Instagram holding their cheerleaders or their friends like this, and they're teenage girls, and they're 30, 40-year-old men coaching these girls. And you look at that and you say, well, that's kind of weird. Yes, it is weird. Why are you letting a grown man hold your daughter like that? You're not going to touch my daughter like that. You're not going to touch my sister like that. You kidding me? You have to be professional. And in Chattanooga, and this is going all around the world, it's not just Chattanooga, but you guys got to be aware of this. Young girls listening to this podcast, if you feel weird about the way your trainer, coach, whatever they are, if you feel weird about the way they touch you or the way they talk to you, you probably should feel weird about that. That's your internal instinct saying, oh my gosh, this is a little bit too much. Be aware of that. Report that to somebody. Don't just sit there and accept it and be like, oh, this is all good. This is all happy. This is just, that's just who they are. No, homegirl. Nah, parents, that's not who they are. That's gross. You got to be aware of this stuff. Now, if a 19-time national gymnast who is an adult now can come out and tell me that, hey, it's been happening this whole time and nobody knew about it. There's rumors going around, but nobody said anything. Nobody did anything about it. And finally, somebody shut him down. And I don't even think they shut him down because of the abuse part. They shut him down because he was like having illegal card games or something illegal going on in the business. But there were times where there was 300 to 700 girls in that gym, and you have this one pervert checking them all out. And parents, you think it's all good. I know you didn't do this on purpose, but it's not good. You need to be aware of this. So look out. If your gymnast coach or cheerleading coach just does weird things or behaves oddly, be aware of that and get in check with that. Now, they may not do it all the time. It may not be a thing, but be aware of it. Now, I spoke on that subject. Now I'm going to speak on another subject when it comes to actual trainers, your personal trainers, your gym classes, your go-to trainer. Oh my gosh, yeah, they're so fun. They're so fantastic. They're just so outgoing. Bullcrap. Man, there's so many people out here, so many trainers that are just fake. They are fake. I've experienced it. I've seen it. And people don't do anything about it. Not one darn thing. And I'm not going to cuss today. I could, but I'm not going to. Now, let me tell you a little story. Now, this isn't just one trainer, two trainers. It's a lot of trainers. So, I know trainers that, I'm not going to name names and I'm not going to give ages, but quite a bit older than their clients, sleeping with their high school clients. But parents, did you know that was happening? Did you know your trainer has your daughter or your wife on their Snapchat, and they Snapchat them and kind of say weird things? But did you know that? Did you know that happens to you? I was a trainer for 6 years, or I am a trainer. In the first 4 years, I thought that was normal. I thought that's how all male trainers spoke to their clients. I thought everyone was supposed to get a transformation picture. That's what I knew. That's what was taught. But listen, I digress. Or do I? No, I'm going to keep on going. So, and again, I just want to go ahead and say before people start coming at me and saying, Gage, you're talking about so-and-so. I'm not talking about anyone that's no one. I'm not talking about anybody specifically. I'm talking about citywide or worldwide thing that's happening here that people just seem to let it just go right over their heads because trainers get close to an individual. If you're going through a tough time, that trainer will get close to you. They'll get into your personal lives and try to help you through that situation, which is great. But then they have another side to them. Another side that you didn't know was there. Guys guys that are working out the gyms, they don't know. But females, women of all ages, if you feel like your trainer is touching you inappropriately, speaking to you inappropriately, or making odd comments, that's not cool. Don't do that. We all are taught how to speak to a client, how to touch a client. Now, let me just give you some cues, because my entire goal from this podcast is to help you understand what you should look for when it comes to being creepy. So when your trainer comes up to you, they are supposed to ask you, hey, if they're trying to demonstrate something, if they're trying to show you an exercise or show you the muscle group that you're trying to work, they are supposed to ask you, hey, may I show you the muscle group you're supposed to be working? I may touch you. And you say either yes or no. If they come up and they just come and grab you and say, this is what you're supposed to be doing, they're not supposed to do that. Now, if your trainer, I see it all the time. Now, if your trainer comes up and you're working a glute exercise, because this happens more than anything. If you're working a booty, this happens more than anything. If they come up to you and they grab your butt, smack your butt, or have an open palm coming to touch your butt, your glute, that is completely and wildly inappropriate. And I've seen it hundreds and hundreds of times. I've seen it. And so when a trainer is coming to you or approaching you, if whatever they're doing. Now, if they're coming for your glute and they're trying to get you to engage your glute, which it does happen, trainers will touch you, that's a thing. They're not supposed to be open palm. They can touch you with the back of their hand. The back of their hand, they can touch you and point to that area and guide you. Hey, I don't really like touching people. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't want to touch you. So I might grab like a pen or a pole or something. Hey, this is area you need to be working. Or I will with the back of my hand or the back of my knuckles. I will never open my hand to someone and touch them, because it's not cool. Now, when it comes to Snapchat and messaging, when it comes to transformation pictures, I ask all of my clients for transformation pictures, but I don't ask them to send them to me. I don't ask them to wear their underwear or whatever that may be. You don't have to do that. The whole purpose of a transformation picture is just for you to see the difference that you're going to make within a 1 to 3 month period, because that's good for you. Now, you want to wear something that's comfortable for you, something that can see your body composition so you can see that difference within a 90-day time frame. You don't have to take your transformation pictures and send it directly to your trainer right away. You take whatever you feel comfortable showing, because it's your body. It's not, trainers will make it seem like, hey, your lower half, what's your lower half looking like? It's like, do you have any cellulite going on? Is it toned? Like, what, are you happy with that area? Let's see what it looks like. Show me what's going on. And I've had too many buttons pushed. This last weekend, I had a button push and it sent me over the edge, and that's why I'm doing this podcast today. Because this is a big subject. This is something that needs to be spoken upon. Whatever, I said that again, whatever. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, husbands, boyfriends, dads, women's, if you hear rumors that so-and-so did something, it's probably true. I have seen it hundreds of times. Not with one specific gym, but with many gyms. It's not cool. Now, when it comes to health and fitness, our entire goal as trainers is to help you live a happier, healthier lifestyle. And in reality, when it comes to being a trainer, your job is to be professional. Your job is to make someone feel comfortable. And your job is to be there for that person. I've seen trainers, you have a downtime and they'll get into your life and they'll try to ask you questions and they'll get a little bit more personal. And they make you think that what they're saying is normal. These people are narcissistic sociopaths. They will come at you and make you think that what they're saying and what they're doing is not wrong. It's not supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. You're cool with this person. This is who they are. This is their personality. No, they're fake. They're just trying to see what you got. They're just trying to fill you up. Don't let these people do that. Ladies, if you've ever experienced this and you're like, yeah, I got a weird vibe from so-and-so, that's a real thing. Take that vibe to heart. I'm like, dang, that person's a creep. Why am I training with this person? Why am I talking to this person? Stuff's not cool, man. So when it comes to the health and fitness industry, be aware of your surroundings. Be on the lookout for these signs. If a trainer is adding you on Snapchat and messaging you more than they should, or ask, hey, what are you doing? Hey, you want to come over? Or hey, what are you doing? Do not do that. Be professional. Take your job seriously. Stop preying on people who look up to you because you're fit. Stop preying on people because you are a narcissistic sociopath. Stop. I know you. I know who you are. You know who I am. Now, when these people hear this podcast, and I really hope they do, they're going to be like, nah, that Gage is probably just saying that because he's been doing that and he's trying to make it look like other trainers are doing that. You can ask every single one of my clients. You can ask every person I've ever worked with. We keep it professional at Fit Life. Now, I know how these people are. They'll probably say, nah, so-and-so grabbed my phone. They started saying that. Nah, homie. Nah, brother. That ain't how it works. These people will blame other people for their problems. They will blame other people for what they say or what they do. It's never their fault. They put on a fake show. I really hope this podcast was able to reach someone out there that may feel like they're in an uncomfortable situation, that may feel like things aren't right. And if you don't believe me, I've had clients call from other gyms around town and say, they gauge what your price is. I'm like, why? Not why, but like, yeah, what's going on? Like, well, I was training at another gym and things just got kind of weird and so this and this happened and I'm just looking for a new place to work out. I'm like, well, could have told you so, but it is what it is. I digress, people. Parents, husbands, wives, just people, all people, look out for your trainer. If you hear something weird's going on, investigate. If you think your trainer's talking to your daughter weird, investigate. If you think your trainer's talking to your wife weird, investigate. Hey, if they think your trainer's talking to your husband or your son weird, you better investigate. Things happen in Chattanooga, things happen around the world, and there's no way to keep things from happening, but you can be aware of it and you can be on top of things. So when you're researching your trainers, when you're researching your gyms and your coaches, be aware. Sometimes rumors are true. But guys, I really hope that you got something from this podcast today. I hope if you are struggling with something or if you are in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, please reach out to somebody. Let them know we're here to help. The fitness industry needs to change, and we got to hold ourselves accountable. Don't make excuses. Be a man and get this work done. Everybody have a great day. Stay positive. Peace, love, and happiness. Whatever you want, whatever I need to say to end this podcast. Make sure you subscribe, share with a friend, and stay positive. Peace out.